witnessing the sunset between two continents. A geography that hides a story of thousands of years in every corner and blends the modern world with ancient traditions. This is the meeting point of civilizations, Türkiye. It is not just a country, it is a gateway to the depths of history at every step. The Hagia Sophia Mosque, which rises to the sky with its glory exceeding 1,000 years, tells you the silent whispers of empires. The sounds rising from the minarets right next to them touch the spirit of this land. But Turkey is not only stone and marble, it is also a feast of taste. With its rich cuisine spread throughout the world from spice-smelling bazaars, you will taste a century-old labor and hospitality in every bite. From the turquoise waters of the Aegean to the fairy chimneys of Cappadocia. In these lands, which offer a different excitement in each season, you are invited to the perfect dance of nature and history. If you are ready, let us begin this unique journey of discovery. We are at the first stop of our Turkey tour, where the heart beats, Istanbul. This is not just a city. It is a fascinating city where two continents shake hands, where the past dances with the future. As Napoleon said, if the world were a single country, its capital would be Istanbul. Walking through the streets of Istanbul is almost like riding a time machine. Traces of Rome, Byzantium, and the Ottoman Empire appear at every corner. Feeling the glory of history under the 1,000-year-old dome of Hagia Sophia, you will find peace among the unique tiles of the Blue Mosque. Topkapi Palace, the oldest palace in the city, opens the magnificent doors of an empire to you. If you want to look at this city from the top like a lover, you should definitely turn your route to Galata Tower, one of the oldest bazaars in the world, where shopping meets history, Grand Bazaar. It is an indispensable stop for both you to discover and to buy Istanbul memories for your loved ones. Istanbul is the only city in the world that connects two continents. To feel this magical location better, you should go on a Bosphorus tour with boats. You should definitely see the Maiden's Tower, which shines like a jewel in the middle of the sea. Istanbul is full of great locations where you can taste Turkey's most famous kebabs. After dinner, you can relieve the fatigue of the day with that famous Turkish coffee waiting for you, between every street and served with Turkish delight. And of course, do not leave Turkey without tasting that cracking baklava. We leave behind the chaos of Istanbul and break our route south to the homeland of the sun. This is Antalya, the heart of the Mediterranean and the Aegean beaches with olive-smelling winds. We are in the middle of world-famous beaches and endless summer nights. The unique sands and clear waters of Antalya will relax your soul. You can rafting in the cool waters of Manavgat waterfall, or you can spend fun times on boat tours in the Mediterranean. History here is not just in the museum, but right at your feet. You will admire the acoustics of a 2,000-year-old theater in Aspendos. You will watch the sun setting through the columns of the Temple of Apollo inside. When we reach a little further west and towards the Aegean, the capitals of the ancient world, such as Ephesus, are waiting for you. Do not leave here without tasting the excitement of paragliding while you are on the Aegean coast. We saw every shade of blue, walked through the dusty pages of history, and enjoyed the sun. But our tour of Turkey does not end here. We have many ways to discover, many stories to tell. Now we turn our route to one of the most unusual, most fascinating spots in the world, Cappadocia. This is a fairy tale land where nature has worked like embroidery with wind and rain over millions of years, as if it did not belong to this world. When you are among the balloons rising into the sky with the first lights of the morning, you will feel that time has stopped. Cappadocia is famous not only for its above-ground parabacas, but also for its mysteries underground. Get ready to get lost in the huge underground cities like Turkİye and Cappadocia, which it built for people thousands of years ago. Even staying here is an adventure. Sleeping in cave hotels where thousands of years of rock hollows have turned into modern works of art. You can start your day with breakfast against fairy chimneys. You can also accompany the pottery tradition shaped by the mud of the redwood in Avanos or ride horses in the valleys. The first flavor that comes to mind when it comes to Cappadocia is undoubtedly testy kebab. The fact that meat and vegetables are cooked for hours in a soil test and broken with a ceremony right in front of you is not just a meal, it's an experience. Next to it, drinks from the region's famous grapes crown this feast. As the sun sets in Cappadocia, the valleys are painted red, and this unique geography leaves you an unforgettable peace. While our Turkey tour continues at full speed and with all colors, our next route is northeast. This is Trabzon. That legendary city where clouds come to the ground, every shade of green mixes together, and the aggressive waves of the Black Sea hit land. The 1600-year-old miracle, which stands on a steep rock overlooking the Altınder Valley, as if it were hanging in the sky, is the most concrete proof of human determination. The frescoes on the walls and the mystical atmosphere of the monastery will take you to a completely different era. Now let's go up a little bit. We pass through Yüzüngal's postcard image and reach the plateaus above the clouds. Traveling so much must have made you hungry. The love of butter, corn flour, and special cheese, melama should be in the corner of your table. A great breakfast is waiting for you with menemini, delicious cheeses and hot tea. Separated from the unique green of Trabzon, and now we are turning our route to Konya, the heart of Anatolia. This is not just a city. It is a meeting point of wisdom, patience, and an endless tolerance that says, "Come, come again, whatever you are." The first name that comes to mind when it comes to Konya is undoubtedly H.Z. Mevlana. The Mevlana Museum, where his tomb is also located, takes millions of people on a spiritual journey every year. With Ney's peaceful voice, you will feel your soul resting while watching Sima Mukabalesi. Konya is not limited to history. You can walk among thousands of colorful butterflies in Europe's largest tropical butterfly garden and become a guest for them. We came to the most meaningful and proud stop of our tour in Turkey. The architect of all these beauties, freedom and trust, Anıtkabir. This is the eternal resting place of Gazi Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the founder of the modern Republic of Turkey. The Turkish armed forces, which were raised with Atatürk's principle of peace at home, peace in the world. He is still in office today as one of the most powerful armies in the world. Turkey is a port not only with its hospitality, but also with its unshakable security. The Turkish armed forces, the world's most distinguished troops, are on duty 24/7 to discover this land in peace. We should not forget this day when we talk about Turkey's beauties. February 6, 2023. They were shaken by a great earthquake that shook 11 cities, known as the Father of the Century. Thousands of people lost their lives, while centuries-old mosques, churches, and streets became silent. The Turkish nation became one heart. With its army, people, and friends from all over the world, it managed to overcome this disaster. It is not enough to describe Turkey only with its mountains, seas, or cities. For the Turkish people, a guest is not just a visitor, but a guest of God. Even when you knock on a door you don't know, a glass of hot tea and a heartfelt smile are placed in front of you. It is the unwritten rule of this land. In these lands where sharing is considered sacred, sincerity, generosity, and friendship are the most basic wealth. After sharing this beautiful and enjoyable information with you, we have come to the end of our video. Since we are a newly established channel, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We would be very happy if you specify which country you want to go to in the next video in the comments. See you again.